Updates and announcements, zones of regulation and wristbands, skill of the week, disagreeing appropriately, Ask Miss V, weekly challenge, and I have a request. Let's visit the SEL corner again. This time, I want to focus on zones of regulation. How many of you guys have ever had emotions before? Raise your hand. Have you had emotions? Everybody's hand should be raised because everybody has had emotions. It seems like an obvious question, but you would be surprised by how many people are ashamed of their emotions or feel like they want to hide them. Here, let's play a game real quick. I'm going to show you somebody going through some kind of emotion, and you're going to guess what emotion that is. So those were kind of easy to guess, but sometimes it's not really easy or obvious to guess how you're feeling. Teachers can't actually read your mind. So if you're feeling bad and you don't talk about it, how's your teacher supposed to know? Sometimes your emotions do get in the way of your schoolwork, so it's best to communicate with your teacher if you're not feeling so great. Sometimes talking about these big emotions is pretty difficult. If it's too difficult to talk about, you can check out one of those wristbands. Okay, so here's how it works. Don't pick one every day, just days you're feeling off. Each color represents a different feeling. Blue, you pick on the days you're not feeling so good, you're kind of sad. Green, you need a little bit of extra attention, you're excited. Yellow, maybe you're anxious, you're worried about something, something's on your mind. Red is obvious, you're angry and you need space. Remember that communicating is important. And if you're not able to actually say the words, there are other ways to communicate. Drawing pictures, writing letters, or in this case, you can borrow a wristband. Communication makes a huge difference. Skill of the week. Skill of the week, skill of the week, skill of the week. How to disagree appropriately. First, look at the person, use a pleasant voice, say, I understand how you feel, tell why you feel differently, give a reason, and listen to the other person. Hi, my name is Miss B. Do you have this problem?
Do you get in trouble for things you did not start? Do you argue with your brother, your sister, your cousin, or even friends at school? And you get in trouble even if you didn't start it? Well, then I have something for you. It's called the Disagreeing Box. Now you can have it your way. Okay, stop.
All right, I wish that was true, but it's not that easy. You don't want to look silly. Even adults, when they argue, look a little bit silly, and you don't want to look that way. So just look at the person and use a pleasant voice. Say, I understand how you feel. Explain why you feel differently and give a good reason. Make sure that you're also listening. Communication is key. Be very mature. Talk about your issues and work out your problems. I'm going to go over 2 letters this week because they're kind of related and I can help both of the people who submitted this at the same time. So the first letter says, Dear Miss V, my problem is, at my old school I got bullied. 2 kids pushed me and took my lunchbox. I did not know what to do, so I left and they called me very bad names. Signed, Sad. The second letter says, Dear Miss V, my problem is, someone is calling me a bad word and I get mad when he does it. Okay, so to the both of you, first of all, you should be mad at these things. Just because you're confident and that you know that they're in the wrong and that you didn't do anything bad doesn't mean that you need to feel okay about this. You should be mad if somebody's being mean to you. If somebody's taking your lunch, if somebody's calling your name, you should be mad because you do not deserve that. Unfortunately in life, eventually, no matter who you are, you're gonna get made fun of. Somebody's gonna be mean to you. And sometimes people try to even go out of their way to be mean to you on purpose. There are lots of reasons that somebody tries to hurt you with words or by doing something like taking your lunchbox. I can talk about the reasons why people want to hurt other people, but the fact is you can't control those people. The only person you have control over is you. You're the only person you have control over. So we need to figure out what you can do. First of all, we need to make sure that these things stop. In the past, I've talked about different techniques and what we call canned responses, things you can say to a bully. So for example, if somebody calls you dumb, you can say, thank you.
Hey, you're dumb.
I didn't know that. Thanks for the information. If this is ongoing and you don't feel comfortable trying any of the techniques or you standing up for yourself is not working, you need to do something. And I tell you this every video, you need to go ask for help. If somebody is bothering me as an adult, I get help. Sometimes I get my friends to help me. Sometimes I get my boss to help me. And if it's out in public and someone is harassing me, I call the police. I don't do things by myself and neither should you. After these things have stopped, you need to move on to the next phase. The next phase is healing from this. Healing from this looks different for a lot of people. Here's some ways to heal. You could do art, you could write, take some sports, talk to someone, get help, but we're going to talk about those good thoughts. When you hear a bad thought come up or when you feel bad, pause for a minute, go inside your head and tell yourself that you do not deserve bad things. You deserve consequences if you make a bad choice, but that's something else. You don't deserve bullying. You don't deserve name calling. You don't deserve when other people are being mean to you. So pause, go in your head, and tell yourself that you are worthy of respect, you are worthy of love, and if you made a mistake, you are worthy of forgiveness. Again, you are worthy of respect, love, and forgiveness, no matter who you are. Okay, so for this week's challenge, the skill this week is disagreeing appropriately. There's a few ways you can get a raffle ticket for this week. One way is to go through your teacher. If your teacher lets me know that you've handled an argument well by disagreeing appropriately, I'll give you a raffle ticket. You can also just recite the steps to me. You can draw a picture showing me you know all the steps, and I may even put it in my next YouTube video. You can create a skit with a friend and show me. If your whole class practices, I'll go to your class and give every single person in the class a raffle ticket. Just show me you know how to disagree appropriately. Good luck, everyone.
Here's the deal. I keep getting asked what my channel is called, but apparently I need 100 subscribers before I can pick my own channel. Once I have my own channel, I'll be easier to find. So if you guys could subscribe, will you help me out? If you don't want to help me out, will you help out my kitty latte? I drew eyebrows on him. Keep going. Friends.